Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is MTG Dude. And today we're going to be doing a little something special. We're going to be doing the unsets. But first, I just want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate. If you don't celebrate, from me to y'all. I know it's been a rough year trying to get back into the swing of things and everything, but we're going to make it, guys. But I really wanted to do something special for the holidays. We're near the end of the year. Kind of want to cut up and have a little bit of fun. So I wanted to go on ahead and delve into what unsets we had. So I wanted to do all that we had: the Unglued, the Unhinged, the Unstabled, Unsanctioned, and Unfitity. As much as that one wasn't opened up. But let's go on ahead and get into it. So, as we do with the Digging Up the Past series, I want to do a little bit about each set as we get to them. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you won't. But I definitely did whenever going into this one. So, Unglued was the first in the Magic the Gathering supplemental sets to be printed for use outside of normal Magic expansions and was released August 11th, 1998 as a standalone fun set. So what did this bring for us? Well, it brought us Deadhead for 3 and a black. It's a 3/3 summon zombie, because they still used summon back then. Put Deadhead into play. Use this ability only if an opponent loses contact with his or her hand of cards, and only if Deadhead is in your graveyard. And the flavor text says, "I'm back from the dead," the zombie moaned, and they were far out, man. So, let's get into the next one. Temp of the Damned. For 2 and a black, it's a summon zombie 3/3. And it says, when you play Temp of the Damned, roll a 6-sided die. Temp of the Damned comes into play with a number of funk counters on it equal to the die roll. During your upkeep, remove a funk counter from Temp of the Dead or sacrifice Temp of the Dead. That's a pretty neat card. You know, you can get a good buff off of it. Now, I will say these are not tournament legal, but if you can get your play group to let you play some of these cards, they're an awesome play group. So, now we move into Unhinged. So, Unhinged was a booster-only tournament-prohibited Magic set released in November 20th of 2004. It was a follow-up to Unglued, and as such, isn't to be considered an expansion of the official game. Only the Unhinged basic lands are tournament legal. The set boasts many jokes and has even set a precedent or two of its own for tournament-worthy Magic. Many cards are references to previous cards. The set is only available in English due to the difficulty of translating it, which could be completely understandable. And the expansion symbol for this set is a horseshoe. So first up we have Deadass. A badass. 2 and 2 black. It's a donkey zombie for 3.5 and 1. This is really weird. It's a donkey zombie, and its ability is for 1 a black and a growl. So I don't know if y'all want to hear me do a growl or not, but you can regenerate badass. And his flavor text says, he wanders the land in search of good ass. I wonder if that's a magic card. I wonder if they printed a good ass. Anyways, Bloodletter for 2 and a black. It's a zombie for 2/3. When the names of 3 or more non-land permanents begin with the same letter, sacrifice Bloodletter. If you do, it deals 2 damage to each creature and each player. Which is pretty cool because he's got all kinds of dynamite, and you see throughout the text box, he's got some dynamite there. It's pretty neat. The Fallen Apart, because we did have a card called The Fallen, which is pretty cool. So it's an homage to this card. So for 2 and 2 black, you get a 4/4 zombie, and the Fallen Apart comes into play with 2 arms and 2 legs. Whenever damage is dealt to the Fallen Apart, remove an arm or a leg from it. The Fallen Apart can't attack and has no legs, and it can't block if it has no arms. Which is pretty neat. I like that kind of flavor where, you know, has no legs, can't attack. Because you can't go nowhere. And then we have me on a magic card before I even got started. Zombie Fanboy. For 2 and a black, it's a 1/1 zombie gamer. As Zombie Fanboy comes into play, choose an artist. Whenever a permanent by the chosen artist is put into a graveyard, put 2+1/+1 counters on Zombie Fanboy. And then the artist was Matt I'm Ya Boy Kavoda, which is pretty neat. Moving into Unstable. Unstable was a booster-based card set for Magic the Gathering that cannot be used in legal Magic tournaments, just like the rest. It was released on December 8th, 2017 as a standalone set. This is the third of the silver bordered and is designed actually to be drafted. The expansion symbol is a wrench with an acorn-shaped hole in the handle. And of course, we had to start out with my favorite of all the zombies that I've ever seen printed in an unset. Extremely Slow Zombie. And I think I have all 4 arts of this card, but I'm not sure. I may have to go on ahead and look at whenever I get back into my cards. But for 1 and a black, it's a 3/3, and it has the ability Last Strike. So when this creature deals combat damage, it deals it after everybody else has dealt damage, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's a neat mechanic. Hoisted Hireling. For 2 and a black, it's a zombie 2/1. Hoisted Hireling has flying as long as it's being held above the battlefield. Just pretty neat. Skull Saucer. This one's also a very unique card. For 4 and 2 black, it's a 4/1 with flying. It's a zombie head. When Skull Saucer enters the battlefield, destroy target creature and put your head on the table. Sacrifice it whenever your head stops touching the table. And I love the flavor text on this one because this even embodies, some of how we play. And it says, no body is ready for this kind of power. That's pretty neat. Then we get into one of the mechanic augment cards. It's the Zombified. So for 4 and a black, combine Zombified from your graveyard with target host. For 2 and a black, you can exile a creature from your graveyard. It goes on to the augmented creature. And augment basically is just like you reveal this card from your hand, combine it with the target host, augment only as a sorcery, and it gets +2/+2. So that was pretty neat. And now we have our last card, the rare, one of the kind of go-tos that I was after whenever I was opening the set a little bit. Griselda, Monster Masher. For 3, a black and a red, it's a legendary creature zombie villain that is a 4/4. Combined, enchanted, and equipped creatures you control have menace. And for 3, a black and a red, you can tap it, put 2 target creature cards from graveyards onto the battlefield, combined into 1 creature under your control. Its power is equal to their total power, its toughness is equal to their total toughness, and it has their names, meta cost types, text boxes, etc. Which is a pretty neat card that I've always wanted to kind of like build around, but unsets aren't really legal, so it is what it is. But that is going to be it for today, guys. I really appreciate it, and like I said, happy holidays to you and yours. I really appreciate you guys, stopping and watching the videos and everything. And I hope you enjoy the holidays. If you have time off, if you don't get the time off, it is what it is. But I will see you guys next time in the graveyard. Have a good one, guys. Merry Christmas, happy holidays.